Welcome to podcast number 42. Some say I didn't.
Of the quiz.
Some say I didn't let the intro run out. Some say that.
Interesting. I got shook.
Just gonna let the intro actually run this time. So good. So yeah, welcome to podcast number 42, the return of the quiz. Wow. Yes, we have great topics this week. Only the good ones, the best ones. They came from the news chat and my imagination.
That's not true. I pulled a couple of those out of my ass. Thank you very much.
I can assure there were articles about them in the news chat.
It's about 50-50. Either you did or you didn't.
The first topic of the day is GDC 2020 postponed thanks to Corona beer. China Pro League, EVE Online, and FanFest.
EVE Online FanFest is one thing.
There was no crowd to IEM Katowice 2020, which is way bigger than any of this. You know why it's big? You know why it's big? Why it's big?
No one's ever heard of it.
You know why it's big?
Go on.
Why?
Because Simple fucked Astralis!
Oh, right, yeah. But nobody cares because no one watches that.
You're correct, no one did.
There you go then. Yeah, because no, I can't believe I didn't put that down, to be fair. Like, out of nowhere, that's just come back and it's great or whatever. I don't watch the sports, not my thing, but it's still pretty cool.
Anyway,
yeah.
So GDC, which is Game Developer Congress, right?
Correct, yeah. Conference, yeah.
Conference, sorry.
But yeah, that was kind of, everyone was pulling out anyway because of coronavirus.
Yeah,
it seems ridiculous to me.
That it's postponed or that people are pulling out?
We haven't just held this stupid virus down in one country and killed the virus, not the people, the virus. I don't understand how it's gotten so bad.
Because people
it's very contagious.
It's contagious, and the problem is that you can contaminate other people for 14 days after you yourself get contaminated without having any symptoms.
And while
anyway,
young people might not get sick, older people, 60 plus, or people with lung diseases, heart diseases, they can actually die from it.
And the biggest is the biggest thing: people are morons. When they're told don't travel, don't do this, they're like, the government shouldn't decide what I have to do, and then they do it anyway.
Because they know best. Instead of
I know better than the government personally, but other people do.
Yeah, right. So.
Of course.
Yeah, that's really screwing up some of the. I wanted to see some big announcements from EA. They were like one of the people that hadn't pulled out yet.
Yeah, I was like, wasn't it going to be an EA show?
PlayStation had already pulled out. I'm pretty sure Microsoft had pulled out. So yeah, it was going to be the EA show, which makes sense.
Which is probably why EA.
Suits.
Which is probably why EA didn't pull out.
Yeah, they were like, "Wait, we got a chance to just do this by ourselves."
Yeah, let's go, boys.
It's just send someone who's not that important. Doesn't matter if they die from the corona.
So yeah, it's sad that all the things that's happening due to this crisis.
It's an outbreak. It's a epidemic. Could you use those big words?
It's not an epidemic.
It is an epidemic.
How many people have died?
It's not about death. It's about how many people have been hit by it.
Okay, how many people have been hit by it?
I think it's actually a pandemic.
Outside of China, I think it's around 80,000 people at least.
Out of 7 billion people.
Yes, but we've been managing to contain it for now, so it doesn't turn into a pandemic. 80,000
out of 7 billion. No.
Yes, I hear you, but
it's bad. It's not that.
The potential to
is
what's scary.
There's a dude 10 miles down the road that got it confirmed, and I'm like, sick. I'm basically dead.
You won't die from it.
The Spanish flu. That was an epidemic.
That
fucked up Europe.
I am a very unhealthy person.
Yeah, but they're also gay, and gay people don't get sick.
Opposite things happen. Opposite.
Anyway, Chris, why is Plague Inc. illegal in China?
No one's confirmed this. China have decided that there was some content within Plague Inc. that they decided was against their laws, and so have made Plague Inc. illegal. But what I think has really happened is there's been an increase in the popularity of Plague Inc. since coronavirus came out because, you know, the memes.
Yeah, because it's been a game for like 10 years.
It's had its biggest popularity boost in the last month.
Yeah, but it's been a thing in like 10 years, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know how long I've owned it on my phone, but I
No, but like forever.
Yeah, exactly, right? So yeah, with coronavirus, a lot of people have been playing it as the coronavirus or Wuhan flu or whatever you want to call it.
Kung flu.
The Kung Flu. The Kung Flu, the best name.
I've heard that one too, it's still funny though. And so yeah, China was like, this makes us look bad. Illegal!
So just like
That's what
Steam, YouTube, and Google.
Yes. Anything that could potentially make China look bad, illegal.
To be fair,
just like
one of the
Winnie the Pooh.
easiest ways to win the game is to start in China.
Yep.
Yeah, because then they're already okay with it. That's so ridiculous. Like, just give up on China. They obviously don't care enough about what people think of them.
No, they don't.
An outside perspective.
The only thing
Inside, not allowed to think bad.
the only thing they ever care about at all is, oh, we're losing money. Then they would care. If we did what Trump wants us to do, they would start care. If we stopped trading with China altogether, if the whole, like, if the UN was just like, no.
The problem with that is they could just start a war.
Which we would win.
It's not the point. People don't want to die.
No, but still. Like, you wouldn't be drafted. They don't draft gay people, Chris. It's fine.
Is that a thing?
In the US, it is.
In the US.
In the US, you're not legally not allowed to be gay and be in the army.
Sick. Okay. I know where I'm moving. You guys.
So I don't want to go to the army. I like penis. Well, you're the best soldier we got, but no.
Have you read GOG's new refund policy?
Yes.
It's insane.
It is
It
so
makes
good.
no sense to be this good. It makes no sense. So for Oda, who I assume hasn't read it because doesn't live on the internet as much as I do, GOG's new refund policy is as follows. You can return up to a game up to 30 days, which is, 2 weeks longer than Steam's, because Steam is 14 days.
Ish, yeah.
So more than 2 weeks longer.
Yeah.
Up to 30 days. And even if you've played it, you can still return it.
Wow,
This is
that's-
insane.
Yeah.
See, well, I live in a country where we have good laws on these matters. This means that this now is just the same as every other product I would buy in this country.
Yeah, but that's the same with me. Like, almost every product if I go to a shop, I get a minimum 28 days return policy.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I don't understand how Steam's been getting away with 14 days for so long, but
Because they were getting away with 0 for like 10 years. More, maybe.
it doesn't seem right to me. And this is definitely a step in the right direction.
It's good. I think it's good. And I think, I know some developers raised concerns, was like, which is the exact words they used to describe their issue, because now their bad games will be returned immediately. Or after
God
they
forbid
played the
that
games.
something that nobody likes and doesn't want anymore gets to get rid of it.
There is obviously the people that's gonna I'm gonna buy this game, I'm gonna play it and then return it even though I like it and keep it because it's GOG, so it's DRM free. But the amount of those people does not matter. And if you think it matters,
because that was a thing before. When you had physical media, that was a thing.
and if you think it matters, you should go and look at the sales numbers for The Witcher 3. And then you should shut up.
Damn.
If you think DRM works, look there. And tell me DRM works.
Fair enough.
Good. So I think it's good. Good on GOG.
Obviously.
Good on CD Projekt. They're doing great work. They own
go
GOG.
then.
They own GOG. So I think it's good. I'm happy, and we should all be happy that this is happening. and push for everyone to do this, because this will mean that developers would have to either finish good games or finish games that, or release games that are finished. Because we can now, oh, there's a patch you released that fucked up the game. Well, I'm getting my money back. You decided not to do anything with this that you promised to do. Or, hey, you said no DLC. Well, there's a lot of DLC. Fuck you.
How is that? Okay.
It's an issue if it's stuff that they cut from the main game.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. I don't have an issue with DLC. DLC in its
I was about to say that made like no sense.
Yeah, no.
Borderlands is about to drop a DLC, and I'm hyped for it.
I love. Actually, I don't like DLC. I like expansion packs.
That's what. Sorry. Borderlands 3 is a self-contained full game.
Yeah.
And the DLC are either add-on little mini quests, or in the case of the next one, a whole section of an extra story, like an extra story, not more story, extra story.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have a problem with that.
I feel like they're doing it really well. I love the release pattern so far.
Because that means that, to me, that means that I bought the full game for, let's say I paid €60 for it. Let's say it was a good game, I qualified for that price. That means I can now play a DLC for, let's say, €15. That means I don't have to buy a sequel. I can pay a little bit more, but I still get more of the same content that I love. And I don't pay €5 for horse armor. I don't like that.
But you can get Butt Stallion, and that's a diamond horse. You don't even need the armor. It comes with the diamonds already on it.
It's a solid diamond unicorn, isn't it?
No. This is it's a horse made of diamonds.
I thought Butt Stallion was a unicorn.
So they went full Minecraft.
Oh yeah, sorry, unicorn. Yeah, you're right.
Legit, they went full Minecraft. We need the highest tier, diamond.
No, this is a joke from Borderlands 2.
That's those things. And technically, there's a stronger material in Minecraft now. They added it.
Which
recently.
is?
I don't know, above diamond. I don't play it.
I haven't played it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They've added a material. It's like.
I think Chris is
nether
lying.
Armor or something.
I'm calling it now. Chris is lying.
They did a whole patch in Minecraft like a month ago. They called it the Nether patch or something or whatever, and they made the Nether just infinitely better. And
Netherite.
Netherite, thank you. And they see Nether. I'm talking Nether for a reason. And they added a bunch of stuff to the Nether, and now going to the Nether's worth it.
Wasn't it before?
Not really. Like
Nah, for
you can
potions
make
and stuff.
potions, right? But there's no materials down there. What are you gonna do with quartz? Make something look pretty?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of Minecraft?
No, it's to fight the dragon.
I don't think I've actually ever fought the dragon.
You know that's not true.
Beat
You
it.
know it's not true. That is not the point of Minecraft. It's never been.
For
Then
some
why
people.
they put the dragon on the front? It's not like they put Steve on the front of the box. They put a dragon on the front.
They put Steve on the front.
I have Minecraft on Xbox. I'm pretty sure Steve is on the front of that.
I know exactly who's on the front. That's why I said it like that, but thanks.
Why do we have Minecraft for Xbox?
Yeah, right. Why would you ever buy the Bedrock version?
Like, long time ago, I was going to play with a friend, and I never opened the box. I've never installed it. I've never played it, but I have it.
Escape from Tarkov don't want women. Donkey, you presented this topic to us.
Yes. And apparently they don't want women in the want them at the dev team, but they don't want them in the game because they are quote unquote harder to model or animate or whatever. So okay, I think we should go this. Chris will say his take, I will say my take, and then Oda, because she's the only female, will say her take. Okay? Sound good? Chris, go.
Right, so if it's harder to model, I, as somebody that has done coding, is a very lazy person. And if they told me that it was harder to model, I'm taking that as 100%. I couldn't be asked to do it either, so fair enough. Can't fault you with that at all. That said, this whole idea of it being a sexist thing just irritates me. Like, why would you instantly dive to, they didn't want women because it's a man? No, nobody said that. Nobody said that. That's how the article came across to me when I skimmed it. That's me done. That's me. Developers are lazy people. Makes sense to me.
I think what the correct thing in this situation would have been to do, like, if I made a game and let's say it had a white hair, white dude, he was the main protagonist. Then you came about to me and say, well, sir, why don't you have a black, red-haired woman that is transsexual in that game as an optional protagonist? And my answer would probably be because it doesn't add anything to the game and it takes away development time from actual important stuff. That's why. That I don't want to spend
the way you say that, the problem with that is a lot of people feel that they aren't represented in games.
Which is fine. It's fine.
It's not fine. I don't think it is fine.
This is not the point of this. I was supposed to say my 2 cents and you're supposed to shut up.
Nah, because now we're having a conversation.
No, we still need to hear Otis and then we can have the conversation. Oda, go.
I don't know why people give a fuck if it's game or not. Why? Who cares?
This is why you will laugh.
Play the man then! For fuck's sake, shut up! I mean, if it's that important, make your own mod. And have a woman in it, if it's really that important. But I don't know, but for me, I don't need women in game to play the game. If it's
You're
a
a
good
bad
game, I don't
woman.
give a fuck. Oh.
Are you even a feminist?
Yeah, are you even?
Am I even?
Are you even? Are you
But I
even
do get,
Norwegian?
like,
Are you even close to Sweden?
Nah, I'm actually Russian. But
Rush B.
Cykelbliad.
Whoa, that kind of language is not necessary here, okay? Fucking hell.
No, but like, I can
That actually just means
understand
suck
myself.
on a pencil in Danish.
Well, Sikablit.
Yeah.
Suck is... Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, right?
I got it. I got it.
But just because, right, you don't personally feel like you need to play as a woman to play a game, doesn't mean that it isn't that some other people don't feel misrepresented or lack of representation within games.
You're
I
right.
agree with
And
that.
that can make it harder to interact
It
with
is,
the game.
but what
make it
should they?
harder to
What should they?
connect with the game.
What should they deprioritize then to up-prioritize adding different character models?
Like,
I'm
how?
not saying they should or shouldn't prioritize this.
No, but like you're saying, oh, I don't feel represented. I feel like this whatever thing should be okay. There's only a finite number of hours to develop a game, right? There's every developer. Let's say they work 12 hours a day for 7 days a week. That's X amount of hours.
I love the maths there.
Was I incorrect?
Is this game like a small development team making, or
Yeah.
is it big? It's a
Game
small
of Tarkov
development team.
doesn't have a lot of people on it.
No.
I
So
think they
I
have
think
20 people developing it right now.
yeah, and then I think it's better to just have kind of a generic character, one size fits all kind of deal, and then focus on the gameplay. And when it gains traction, then maybe you have time to add different types of characters. That's not the important
Functionality
part of the
first,
game.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna bring up a game like Ark. You can play as men and women, but they maybe should have rather focused on getting the game up and running.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Right.
say that, but that generally tends to not be the same people doing that. Like,
Yeah, I
you'll
know.
have somebody who'll be working on things like models and character
Yeah, it's
models.
the art
and
team doing that, obviously.
environment. Yeah, exactly. As opposed to the game, you can't. I hate it when people do that when they say they should have spent more time. And no, they weren't spending more time on that. They were probably working at the same time, except somebody's better at their job.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
agree. I agree. But I'm just saying, the art team is not there where there isn't anything else to do in that game. At the end of the development cycle, where there's nothing else to do, because, well, we fixed all the bugs. You never do that, but they did, right?
There's never any bugs in a game.
No, exactly. So they
They're
fixed them all.
features.
Then it's like, well, we're gonna sit on ass while the whatever team does something else. Let's design a female character. Or else you will end up with Lara Croft. She was a man, and then the Chinese guy that put money into that game walked into the office, and they were like, we need to make this look like a girl. Let's put traffic cones in her chest. And now we know why every teenage boy in that era was like, how to get naked Lara Croft mod.
Wow. Okay. And finally,
We don't want that.
Do you guys know who I'm gonna butcher this. I've already started butchering it. Kazuhisa Hashimoto is
He's from Nintendo.
false.
He's from
He
Sony.
was from Konami.
Oh,
He was.
he's one of the founding guys, right?
Yeah. It's a big sad that
Oh.
he's dead, actually. But yeah, he was the dev that put the Konami code into all the Konami games, on top of everything else he did. But yeah, he did the Konami code.
I mean, big sad you died, mate. But your company was shite. It's an
You can't
asshole
say that
company.
to a dead guy.
It should no. The company's ass. The company should just go die right now
They're never gonna do that.
and not be a thing ever
They
again.
have too many IPs to ever die.
Mention IPs right now.
From Konami?
Yeah.
They own Thingy, don't they? The fighting game.
Metal Gear Solid, yes,
Not what I meant.
and they
The
own
fighting game.
Pro Evolution Soccer. You're right. They own that thing, and they own.
What am I thinking of? What's the fighting game that I'm talking about?
Mortal Kombat,
Is it Mortal Kombat?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Street
That's
Fighter.
PopCap. Konami owns
they
fuck all.
developed Silent Hill.
Yeah,
But
and
then
they
people-
never went anywhere with that, and they cancelled that again.
Yeah, they had like PT on the PlayStation 4 or something, but yeah.
There's a reason after almost every episode of Jim Sterling's The Inquisition, there's a for Konami news. Because they did something awful to people. Like, hey, Hideo Kojima, you made these 4 brilliant games. You're on the way to making a 5th brilliant game. We gotta remove your name from the poster and all the marketing. And when you receive your Game of the Year award at the Game Awards, you're not gonna be allowed to receive it. Fuck Konami. An asshole company. This guy
But
was
that doesn't-
nice. But
I was about to say,
they're
that doesn't mean
asshole.
that this dude's not lovely.
No. I'm not saying anything bad about this guy. The company he worked for was assholes.
Fair enough.
And you think I'm wrong? Go play Metal Gear Survive. You will then agree with me that I'm right.
My place.
Just like digital audio.
Hey, I'm using digital audio right now. There are no strings on me, mate. See, no strings.
What's this thing coming out here?
This isn't a string. This is a mic.
What is inside that mic?
No strings. Guarantee there's no strings. I ain't no Pinocchio.
I was like, oh, when is it coming? When is it coming?
Maybe some wires, but no strings.
Okay. So, yeah, big sad the guy died. But fuck Konami.
Sound.
So-
Right, what tech news we got this week?
See, we're not there yet where we can say it's over 9,000, but Doom Eternal can run at 1,000 FPS.
Theoretically, I would love to see somebody's machine do that, though. It's an intensive game as it is.
I don't know, it's not released.
No, it will be. Like, I played the last Doom and it was intensive. There's no way the next one won't be.
Yeah, but it also ran and was optimized very, very, very well.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
means I could turn this down to 120p.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna try that.
Why?
Because I want to see 1,000 FPS.
I was about to say, do you want to play it like the original Doom?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna boot up my toaster.
I love a good toaster. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Like,
It is
theoretically playing 1,000 bit. Most games tick at like 240. Does that sound about right to you?
300, yes.
300, okay.
Counter-Strike recently upped their default max to 400. Or Source did.
Interesting.
That's to because right now 240 hertz monitors they're not becoming mainstream. They're becoming available to
Upper mainstream. They're upper mainstream.
not upper mainstream, like Terry Crews level of people in the gaming industry.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought that.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still in. Yeah. Esports
I didn't
people
think
have
they
them.
were that expensive.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
okay.
£1,000 and starting.
Well then.
Last time I looked, like it's dumb. But yeah, but the pros are using them, and the pros obviously want to take advantage of them. And according to some people, you need double the FPS to take advantage of.
I know you do though, because if you're not using frame sync, which you shouldn't, then you are gonna have some mismatched frames. You want more frames than you have frames available. Refresh rate on your monitor. That's just the case. You disagree? I know I'm not like the smartest person in this area, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Your silence is scaring me.
So anyway, EU proposal makes smartphones batteries changeable.
Yes? No? Maybe?
It is.
Okay, sick.
I don't know. I didn't read the proposal.
I meant about the frames thing.
It's a very long discussion, and the show wouldn't be about anything else if I started getting into that.
So the European Union has proposed making smartphones by law have much easier to change batteries, which is basically just going to piss all over Apple's "we like to have it so you can't get into it without breaking the entire phone" strategy, which I very much like as an iOS user. I know everyone hates me for that, but whatever. But yeah, I think these kind of laws are just consumer handy. Why fuck off the person that uses your device?
No, I agree.
Don't you think
It
this?
doesn't have anything to add to it.
But couldn't this mean that we will now have devices again that's not waterproof and water resistant as well, and that means more people's phones would die, which means we will have more e-waste? Isn't that bad for the environment? And then we all gonna die, and Greta was right.
There are ways of making the batteries changeable without removing the waterproof ability of devices.
How?
How? It's simple. You just, I don't know. I'm not an engineer. It's still simple. Just because I don't know it doesn't mean it's not relatively simple to an engineer.
Like, how is it now?
You
Like,
still
how
have a
can you change
charging
the battery
port on
now?
your phone. Regardless of anything else, you've still got a charging port, which means there's still a hole in your phone.
Yeah.
Right? So therefore, if that was the problem, then it wouldn't be waterproof. But it is, right? I don't know what phone you've got.
It's water resistant, yes.
Exactly.
It's not
I thought it's
waterproof.
waterproof.
I think it's, I don't know. No phone.
Mine's water resistant for like 2 meters for 30 minutes.
It's probably IP67 rated, which is splash resistant, I think is the actual term.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure my phone states that it can be under 2 meters of water for half an hour without long-term damage.
Yeah, I think mine's, I don't know. I haven't looked up. I don't care.
I don't plan on dropping in a swimming
Yeah,
pool
so I was
anytime
like,
soon.
I don't really care. I think you're right, but I'm just like, I think this is good. But I'm just saying, like, rules like this, the same with rules like, I don't know if you remember this, but the EU tried to tell Apple back when every Android phone was using USB micro, sorry.
They're still trying to push that, and in fact, I think Apple said that they were going to change to a
Shut
new charging
up.
standard.
And Apple was still using their old big lightning connector. If you remember that, right? Quis.
Yeah, the 24 pin. It was the 24 pin, yeah.
Yeah, good. And Apple rightfully told the EU to fuck off. Because micro B was ass, and no one should have ever been using micro B for anything ever. So, I'm just saying, these laws are generally, I like it when they're correct. But if that law had gone through, we would have all been stuck with a bad connector. Where now...
That one I get, yeah, okay.
So, and this is like, okay, I don't know what the law's not gonna say batteries have to be changeable. Boom. It's gonna be something weird that's probably gonna, I'm just afraid that it's gonna limit them in some way. Not Apple, just everybody in general.
Everyone, yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. I think there should be a law that you should not be allowed to remove the headphone jack. I think it's retarded. You should not be allowed to remove features from a new product. Let's make it that law.
You know what? Realistically, looking at this after what the 2-3 minutes we've been talking about it, I think that these shouldn't be laws.
Yeah, right. I feel like this. Like, I get why they're doing it, but I'm like,
these shouldn't be laws. If somebody wants to sell something, just don't be stupid enough to buy a product that doesn't have the features you want.
Yeah.
These shouldn't be laws.
Like, people are dumb enough to buy iPhones. Let them buy iPhones.
Yeah, we're idiots.
Like if you're like, I don't want to support the correct standard. I'm like, if enough people actually think this is the correct thing, enough people will then stop buying iPhones, so Apple would have to change. Like, there is a reason they changed the Mac. It's because people stopped buying Macs. Like, you can say what you will about Apple that they just do and then hope the consumer does. Yeah, they do. But that's because their ideas are generally not retarded.
Fair enough. RTX 3080 June release. Is that confirmed June release? No. That's not a confirmed June release.
It's so unconfirmed that it is from the
You
worst.
posted the link!
I also said in chat town it's from WCCF Tech, so nah.
Oh. So this is 100% definitely news then, everyone.
Yeah. So to anyone that doesn't know that website, they hate Nvidia and Intel and love AMD and want to suck its dick. Which is okay. They can do that. And they just post articles that I don't know where they get stuff from. It's like, we heard that the new AMD processor is gonna be in every smartphone ever and it's gonna be 2,000% faster than this thing. Week later. Turns out it was false. No way.
I like this kind of news. Where it's complete bollocks, but it's okay because they'll sort it out at some point.
Yeah, they always update the articles. Well, like, well, turns out it was bullshit. No, you think so?
That's true.
Think it was bullshit?
But the 3080 should be coming out somewhat soon, right? Like this year.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a paper launch around summer, and then we get the real card around October.
So June might be accurate.
Yeah, it might be.
Fair enough then.
They could also be launching it at Gamescom again, like they did last time.
Yeah.
Which is in August, which is not that far away from June. On top of that, we have the virus that we talked about earlier, which has already halted a lot of other productions, which could mean that
this... And events like...
So...
I mean, yeah, to be fair, if they were planning to, say, release at Gamescom might be postponed or stopped or whatever because people don't want to go and die, so...
Exactly.
You never know. All of these events that are planned for the next 6 months, there's a fair chance they just don't happen. I'm pretty sure I heard a bunch of CSGO tournaments have been... forced into online or lands without audiences.
Yeah, IEM, Intel Extreme Masters in Katowice, which is, for me, that's a special event. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I feels like it has a special place in my heart. Where like that's without anything. There's no spectators there. It's just online, which was weird to watch yesterday.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But, so a soft June release just because they can, just because they've got no reason to wait, kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So that means that's the card. It's probably not. I'm gonna buy the 3080 Ti card because that's what I do. I buy the highest tier and then I do that every other generation.
Fair enough. I have had my computer 6 months and I still like it how it is.
That will change.
I want everything already.
Yeah,
don't have any money, but yeah.
It's so annoying when you start like. Good tip: buy a new case. It makes it feel like you have a new computer, even though you don't. And then reinstall Windows.
So much work, though.
And then reinstall Windows. Yeah, but it takes the edge off. It's like, oof, okay, I don't need to buy anything new.
Fair enough. First impressions. What are we looking at this week?
We're looking at Vasimir for I don't know how to pronounce it, but Vasimir, which is Geralt's teacher and mentor in the Witcher series. The actor has been revealed. It was not Mark Hamill. It was, in fact, this guy all along.
And what's this guy's name?
Kim Bodnia.
Kim Bodnia.
He
He's a
is
sexy boy.
He is a.
Ooh.
I think he is like a quarter Russian as well.
Oh yeah.
And he is, from what I've heard from people that has worked with him, he is a method actor. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it means he's a little bit mental.
That means if he's gonna punch you in a movie, he will punch you in a movie.
I would love to see that. Ah,
Yeah.
he kind of fits the role kind of well. I read Mark Hamill and thought he'd be good for the part, but at the same time, this guy, he could be good too. What's he been in?
A lot of Danish stuff.
A lot of Danish stuff.
He's Danish.
Okay. Is there anything that mainstream viewers may have seen? He doesn't look like a happy chappy, does he?
No.
I mean, look at his nose. They're a little bit flared. He's got them little...
He's been in a lot of like boxing movies. He has been in One Day in the Life of Noah Pikachuk.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yep.
Right? Like, I'm not sure about you, Oda, but I've not seen that one.
Light Thereafter he was in.
Light Thereafter?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, these Hollywood movies. I remember I've seen Endgame, Inception, Light Thereafter, all the same.
The biggest thing, if you want to go and see who is this man, you should go and watch the series called. It's called. I need to. Okay.
It's called The Witcher.
That
He's
was
gonna be in
the worst.
2.
Okay, whoever did the translation here is a moron. It's called The Bridge, which you could have translated over to The Bridge. But no, it's called Broen, so it's called Rowan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a good series. He's in that. Go watch that, and then you can kind of see his acting skills. He is a good actor. I agree, and I think he could actually do a good job.
Fair enough, but a better job than Mark Hamill?
Yeah.
I reckon those rumors are about for a reason. I reckon that...
Yeah. I think for this job, as like, you know, the old man teacher, I think he's better than Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill kind of did it well, I think, in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm not sure he would look tough enough for
exactly.
a role like this. Like he's kind of like the. He looks too kind, if that makes sense. Like
this is not related in any way, shape, or form, but I got the biggest compliment in my life Friday night. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. So I'm at this food stand, right? And then one of the customers like, okay, this is just like, we're 3 people in there, right? He's like, okay, this is like, she's Obi-Wan Kenobi, but you're Qui-Gon Jinn. I was like, oh! I was like, and she's like, why is that a big deal? Like, he was in one movie, and he's still cooler than Obi-Wan. That's an accomplishment.
He didn't have time to be bad.
I know. Still, I was like, I'm teaching the master. That's good. So I'm the real master, and I think our stream died.
No, it's still up.
Okay, I just get the thing. I don't know why.
No, I'm literally itching my face on the cam right now.
That's good. Oh yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this guy is gonna be the actor, and I think that's good.
That's cool. Cool.
I hope it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to 2021 when we're gonna get the next season.
I think it'll be see a holiday season this year, probably, right?
It's gonna. They're saying 2021 right now.
They need to film it and edit. Yeah.
Make it look pretty.
But maybe they're gonna do it sooner because of more budget, so more people, and because it's suddenly very popular. I don't know. We will see. So next thing we have here is buy the BBU match.
Buy it.
And I chose the standard just BBU logo because it's nice. Go supporters, go buy it. Yeah.
Sick. Just do. Go.
All the money goes back into the community.
Community. We like those. We're in one.
So, Oda, you have been playing Vermintide 2. That's a great game.
Been playing that mostly with Tom and some more friends. Very fun game.
I've still not.
Is that the one about the rats?
It's the second one about the rats.
Sorry, the other one about the rats. My bad.
Yeah, you kill the rats. Yes, kill many rats. It's fun.
But more importantly, you've been playing Lego Harry Potter years 1 to 4.
Yeah,
That's banging.
that's fun. Except
played that on
get
the Wii.
graphical glitches all the time.
Yeah, you do. I played that on the Wii, and my god, did that game suck, but in like the best way.
And it's like just annoying glitches. Like I managed to glitch an item I needed on top of a platform I was going to, but I couldn't get the items. I had to restart level, play it for 10 minutes to get there again.
See, I'd make the mistake and glitch it into the same spot again and be like, I quit.
You Quis?
Hello. Hello?
Oh, it's me.
You've been playing Farming Simulator all day every week.
So last weekend, I played it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with 4 other friends.
Other friends?
Yeah, in real life. So we had a LAN party, and I was like, "Hey boys, this game is free."
Real life?
Shut up. And I was like, "Hey boys, you should download this game. It's free right now, and we can maybe play it for an hour or two." Turns out they liked this game, so we played that game and one game of Cisco.
Sounds fun. I don't have IRL friends that want to do things like that. Except Minecraft, I want to play Feed the Beast right now. But, whatever. I played some Black Ops 2 Zombies the other day. I went to like round 30 before I turned off my computer. And Lucian took a screenshot, because I just paused overnight when I went to bed. I accidentally played for like 13 hours straight. I had it open on Steam, and I'm like, that was a mistake. That was fun. I played Rocket League this week, surprisingly. I never play that game. Subterfuge is back. Me and my housemate are playing this mobile app game. This game of Subterfuge right now, and that's a lot of fun. It's kind of long. Kind of very long. I would actually recommend you guys check out Subterfuge if you have nothing to do at work. But if you actually do stuff at work, maybe give it a miss. Played some LOL the other day with the guys, and Among Us. Among Us is my new favorite game. I know you don't like it so much, Donkey, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm not saying I didn't like it.
I said so much.
I like it. I think it's a good game. I forgot to put it online.
Fair enough. But yeah, we played a couple of games of Among Us this week, I think. Yeah, I think that game's friggin' hilarious. I loved Werewolf. We used to play it all the time when we were in halls. So yeah, that was sick. And finally, I played games this week, like games, not just Rocket League, games. Pokemon Pearl. I played that for the equivalent of 5 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
The equivalent because I had it on like fast speed. It was doing things faster than that. But yeah, I love Pokemon. I'll always go back to like a game of Pokemon.
But I like the older games more. The newer ones.
I can't keep up with 1,000 fuck off dickheads. Can't do it.
Like I just keep to the local decks. I don't give a shit about like collecting all the Pokemon. I've never done it.
I mean, you can't in the new ones.
No, but I don't know.
Ekans is not in it.
Snake.
Snake.
Why is Ekans not in it?
Because they didn't have room for him.
He is the best Pokemon. He eats.
No,
he eats Pidgeots, and Pidgeots are annoying. And he is Snake spelled backwards. He is best.
Snake. Speaking of Pokemon, next week we've got a new game coming out for the Switch, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. I don't know what DX stands for. What I do know is I love the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series as a whole. Thought they were great. Me and Odo were having a nice chat in the pre-show about this. If you flip the slides, Donkey. Yeah, we were having a lovely chat about this in the pre-show, how much I loved Explorer Sky, whichever that one was. And I'm actually thinking about getting a Switch just for all the Pokemon games. I love this. I love Pokemon so much. I was just accidentally in a Pokemon mood, and then I found out about this today. I'm like, might buy a Switch. You got a Switch, right?
Yeah, I have a Pokemon Edition Switch. It has Eevee and Pikachu on it.
That's amazing.
I want a Switch. I really do, but I can't justify the price for it.
Right, that's my problem. Is I don't need it, but I really want one, but I don't need it.
I wouldn't recommend getting the Switch Lite, the one that's only a
No,
handheld.
I'm not. I
because
would get a
what's the
Switch. I would get a
point?
Switch. I would get a Switch properly.
Like it's much better to play on a big screen, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would also get the real one.
Yeah. No, 100%. I've looked at the Switch Lite and I'm like, that limits me far too much. Fuck off. And also, a horror game called Nerved is being released for the PC this week, I believe, on the 6th of March. It looked quite entertaining from the 4 seconds of gameplay that I looked at it.
Do you know if it's single player or?
Single player, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know a lot of horror games that are multiplayer.
Like Resident Evil is multiplayer.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yep. Thank you. And finally, game deals of the week. What's on sale this week? I didn't look.
Steam has a Square Enix publisher sale where you can get a lot of the Tomb Raider games for up to 86% off.
Who cares about that when you can get Final Fantasy VII?
And yeah, you can get Final Fantasy games off as well. I'm not sure if 7 is on there, probably, but the old one, not the new.
Oh, what's even the
Release.
I'm sad.
I don't know if the new one has been released.
I actually don't know. I actually don't play Final Fantasy games personally. Yeah. I've never been into them, but yeah, they're on there.
But if you want, this is your time to get them for cheaper.
Yeah,
fair enough. On the PlayStation Store, Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition is 66% off, down to £30, and The Witcher 3 is on there again.
Game of the Year edition.
The Game of the Year edition. I don't know what the difference is, but
You got all the DLC.
There you go. That's 62% off for £13. And GOG also has a massive sale going on for a bunch of Warhammer and the older Doom series stuff, which kind of looked cool. I was thinking about buying the first Doom.
And Epic Game Store has Inner Space. That is the free game of this week, and there will be another game, and that will be announced on Tuesday.
There are 2 games next week, I believe.
Yeah.
2 free games. I was looking at the Epic Game Store earlier, and they were like, yeah, we've got this game and this game. I'm like, but what's free now? And it wasn't telling me, because there are 2 games coming out next week, and they're trying to push that. Those ones were Goner and Off-World Trading Company. Both free as of the 5th of March.
Was I right in Tuesday?
No, that's like Thursday.
Fuck. I couldn't remember what day they shifted. I thought it was something with the T.
Began with a T and you tried. That's all that counts. We didn't get any clips of the week this week, guys. Like,
no.
Help us show you off, Plux.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's empty.
There's
nothing in the slide.
There's a slide there?
Yeah, there is. There is a Game of the Week slide.
There's not a slide there for me.
No, not for me either.
But I'm looking at it right now.
I can see it on the screen.
I was like... I'm sorry, people. According to Quis, it's not there.
It's not there for me either.
Right? Like, come on. It's not my fault. So yeah, without the ending of a clip of the week, that concludes...
That concludes podcast number 42.
Turn of the Quiz.
We'll turn of the Quiz. Chris and Oda will be back on Wednesday with the update, and expect a massive drop in members.
Yeah, we're gonna go kill some people. Sorry, I meant cull.
Just putting it out there right now so you're mentally prepared, Jono.
We're gonna drop like 30, I reckon.
So, yeah. Bye.